everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the NAPHL Summer Series. My name is Brittany Hart, and throughout the next couple of weeks, we will be profiling players who came through the NAPHL Tier 1 League, who proceeded to advance to the NAHL and ultimately earn a Division 1 commitment. Today, we are joined by Robertson Cup Championship Dixon Kerr of the Lone Star Brahmas. Kerr spent the 22-23 season with CarShield AAA 18U team, being crowned a Dixon Cup Champion, playing in 19 NAPHL games, registering over a point per game during the regular season. Following the 22-23 season, Kerr would advance to the NAHL and join the Brahmas of the South Division. Hi, Justin. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, thanks. Happy summer. How's it feel?
Feels good. It feels good to relax after a long year. So,
Yeah, I'm sure. And you finally get to go home?
yep.
All right, so let's just kind of jump into it. Starting off at square one, where did you begin playing hockey and what team did you grow up playing for?
Yeah. So, I began playing hockey probably when I was like 3 or 4. That's kind of when I started out playing. Um, and then I played hockey at Grand Rapids, Minnesota. It's like a smaller town in Minnesota up north. So we kind of bleed hockey. So I played there throughout high school.
And then at what point did you decide you wanted to take hockey more seriously and realize that the goal of playing Division 1 hockey was, a realistic goal for yourself?
Yeah. I mean, probably high school, I would say. Once you get into the high school, that's when it's kind of like you start to take things more seriously and, just kind of weigh out your options and see what you want to do, obviously after high school. But, I knew I wanted to play hockey. So, yeah.
And being from Minnesota, what was your experience like joining CarShield and the process of moving away from home for the first time?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like scary moving away from home, right? Because, you're with obviously like your parents and stuff. Like, it's hard. But Kyle O'Kane, our coach at CarShield, just kind of made it pretty easy for me, to adjust. So it was good. And then, once you get away from home, it was a lot easier to focus on hockey and just kind of, do that.
And talk about the value of being exposed to the NAHL organizations at the tier events that you guys took place in CarShield.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you got eyes on you pretty much every showcase. And I think the NAHL showcase, they have like a NAPHL showcase like in the same rink.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good because I think that's where I ended up getting seen by Dan and Lone Star. So it was huge. It was huge.
And take us through the process of kind of how you were able to get tendered ultimately by the Brahmas.
Yeah, so actually it's kind of a funny story. I got kicked out of one of the games of the showcase,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was going back to the locker room, obviously I was mad 'cause I just got kicked out, but the Lone Star scout was just waiting by the locker room and talked to me and like, hey, like we really liked what we saw, and then after that I kind of just kept talking to him until they were able to offer a tender, and I took it right away, so it's good.
There you go. Typical NAHL South way.
No kidding.
What was your experience like playing in the Dixon Cup Championship and then ultimately winning that tournament?
Yeah, it was a fun little tournament. We kind of it was something that us at CarShield we kind of prepared for all year. It was like a goal of ours to win that, so it was really huge. We had a really good team, so it was really fun to win that with all the guys.
Yeah. And then what were your overall impressions of the NAHL during your first year, making that jump from playing with CarShield up to the NAHL?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously you know about the NAHL before you enter it, so it was like you're obviously pretty nervous. So, because it's just such a high league, right? So once I got there, it was just nerve wracking, but then once you got to play and settle in, it was just awesome. Like I don't know, it was fun.
And how was the NAPHL and NAHL able to help you continue your development and ultimately earn your Division 1 college commitment?
Yeah, I would say that they're both stepping stools, right? So the NAPHL got me the opportunity to get looked at by junior teams and NAHL teams and stuff, and then I was able to do well in that, and then obviously get to the NAHL, and then once you're there, you were able to get seen by a bunch of Division 1 schools every night, and so it was huge for me. They were both able to give me where I'm at.
And what were the kind of your deciding factors that you ultimately chose Bowling Green?
Just kind of like I really like the school, I really like the coaching staff, and just I don't know, it just felt like a family to me. Like it
Mhm.
just like that's big important. And yeah, I mean it's sick. I obviously and I grew up playing Grand Rapids orange and black, so colors help too.
There you go. And as South Division champions, what was your team's journey like to get to the Robertson Cup final? And then obviously you guys won.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little biased. I think the South Division is the hardest division, so our goal is just trying to get out of the South Division, the whole year. And then once we got out of there, it was tough. There's a lot of good teams, and once we got out, it was just, we had a lot of confidence going into it, because we felt like we played the hardest teams. So yeah.
And what was kind of your most memorable moment from the Robertson Cup Championship? If you had to, besides, winning and all, but what was the second best?
Ooh, probably just like being at the hotel with all the guys. You're just with there for like the whole week, and just overall, it's just such a fun experience. All the things that like the NAHL did for us, like dinners and all that kind of stuff, and the team bonding. Like it was just, I don't know, it was a blast.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.